So we have problems on division of a fraction by a fraction. Let's start with this first one. 2/5 divided by 1/2. Now this will be 2/5 multiplied by reciprocal of 1/2. 2/5 multiplied by, what will be reciprocal of 1/2? So this is 1/2. If you have to write the reciprocal of 1/2, then what's the denominator in this case? We have 2, make it the numerator, divide by, what's the numerator in this case? That is 1, make it the denominator of this fraction. So 1/2 will be 2/1, and this will be 2 times 2, numerator with numerator, and the multiplication of denominator with denominator. Okay. Second one is 4/9 divided by 2/3. This will be 4/9 multiplied by reciprocal of 2/3. Now 2/3, the reciprocal of 2/3 will be, what's the denominator? That is 3. Make it the numerator of this new fraction, divide by, what's the numerator? That is 2. Make it the denominator. So 4/9 multiplied by 3/2. Multiply numerators together, 4 times 3 divided by, multiply the denominators together. This will be 12 and 12/18. If you want to further simplify it, then what's the highest common factor of 12 and 18? If you find it out, then that will be 6. Okay. So if you divide 12 by 6, highest common factor will be 6. If you divide this 12 by 6, you'll get 2. If you divide 18 by 6, you'll get 3. So even this is correct, and this is also correct. This is a simplified form of this one. Third one is 2 whole number, then 1/5 divided by 1/5. Okay. First, if you look at this division, we have two fractions, but both of these fractions are actually mixed fractions. So first convert them into their respective improper fraction. So if you want to write this mixed fraction in the form of an improper fraction, that will be 5 times 2 plus 1 divided by 5, and this will become 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 divided by 5. This will be 11/5. Okay, let's do for this one. So this will be 5 times 1 plus 1 divided by 5. 5 plus 1 divided by 5. 6 divided by 5. Therefore, now it will be 11/5 divided by 6/5, and this will become 11/5 multiplied by reciprocal of 6/5. So we have 6/5. If you have to write the reciprocal of 6/5, what's the denominator? That is 5. Make it the numerator. What's the numerator? Is 6. Make it the denominator. So 5/6 is the reciprocal of 6/5. This will be 11/5 multiplied by 5/6. This will be 55/30. Okay. Now, if you have to further simplify it, then you can write it as, what will be the highest common factor of 55 and 30? Highest common factor of 55 and 30 will be 5. So, I mean, I'm just leaving it for you to find it out. We are not going to find out highest common factor. That's for your homework. So if you divide 55 by 5, you'll get 11. And if you divide this 30 by 5, you'll get 6. Now, this is also correct. And this is also correct, right? So this is a simplified form of this fraction. Now, if you can notice one thing, if you can note one thing, that we found out for this case, that we found out that 5 is actually the highest common factor, right? 5 is actually the highest common factor. Now, if you look at this multiplication of here, you can clearly see 5 is available here and 5 is also available here. That's a common. So when you will move to higher classes, okay, not in this standard, when you will move to higher classes, then you will learn that if you see such case that when you are multiplying two fractions and if the denominator of one fraction and the numerator of another fraction are having the same number, like in this case, in 11 over 5, we have 5 is the denominator in this case, and in 5 over 6, 5 is the numerator in that case. Then what you have to do is simply, cancel them and think of them as 1 and 1. Okay, we'll simply cancel it. Now what you are left with? You are left with 11 over 1 multiplied by 1 over 6, and that will be simply 11 times 1 and 1 over 6. This will be 11 over 6. That is, you have got here. Now don't perform in 7th standard, because all these things you will have to use when you move to higher standard. So I'm just telling you, whenever you look such condition, you can quickly calculate it. Okay. The last one is 1 over 5 and divide by 1, 2 over 3. If you simplify it, if you write this fraction into its respective improper fraction, then that will be 5 times 3 plus 1 divided by 5, and if you solve it, this will be 15 plus 1, 5, 16 by 5. This will be 3 times 1 plus 2 divided by 3. This will be 3 plus 2 divided by 3. This will be 5 over 3, right? So this is improper fraction for this one. This is improper fraction for this one. It means that now we have 16 over 5 divided by 5 over 3. This will be 16 over 5 multiplied by reciprocal of 5 over 3. Now 5 over 3, if you have to write reciprocal of 5 over 3, what's the denominator? That's 3, make it the numerator. What's the numerator? That's 5, make it the denominator. So this is reciprocal of 5 over 3. So this will be 16 over 5 multiplied by 3 over 5. Okay, this will be 16 times 3 divided by 5 times 5. So 48 divided by 25. 48 divided by over 25. So this is your answer.